What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the lab with another quest build. I wanted to bring you guys a hatch based off of my favorite player of all time, the most underrated ever and possibly clutchest player in NBA history, Joe Johnson. I wanted to make a bigger guard or wing type player that can destroy peanuts inside, that can hit threes, that could bring the pill up the court and set up the offense, but also is not a liability at all on defense, all while keeping a super rare name. And the kicker on this build is he gets a really unique takeover. This has shades of, like I said, Joe Johnson, Brandon Roy, Kobe Bryant, and Vince Carter. This right here is the shooting guard version of the offense Initiator. So follow along to a T to get this name. There's some thresholds that need to be kind of specific, or it changes the name. Try to make this at point guard or small forward as well. We're gonna jump right in at shooting guard. You're gonna be 6'7", 230 pounds. You're a big dog with a 6'10" wingspan. Put that body shape built, because you want to intimidate every point guard or small guard, every play shot that you go up against. They're gonna fear you right when you step on the wood. Get your close shot to an 85. Get your driving layup to an 84, and then get your dunks, your driving dunk, to an 85. Again, I think this is a threshold. You can't really change this, or it changes the name. We are going to punt standing dunk on this, which is why it's very Joe Johnson-esque. Ever since Jerry Stackhouse pushed him off the rim, I'll never be a fan again. Joe Johnson basically stopped dunking the pill. And let's not act like he doesn't have bunnies, because he does. But we're going to punt standing dunk because it's still 2 points at the end of the day. It doesn't matter if you dunk it or lay it in. But you are going to get your post control to an 81 as well. It's going to give you 25 finishing badges. Again, you're going to get those contact dunks. You're going to be able to finish inside at 6'7". If you have anyone under 6'6", 6'5" on you, we're going to go mouse in the house on gold. And then that post control with an 81, you can have Hall of Fame drop stepper and just dominate any guard basically. And then shooting wise, you're going to get your midi to an 80, and then your 3-ball to an 81. You can get your midi to an 82 up, but don't go past that. It doesn't really give you another badge. And then free throw, we're going to get that to an 80 as well. This is a rec build, so you're not going to be a liability when you go to the line. If anything, you're probably going to be shooting technical free throws. So that's going to give you 24 shooting. You obviously get that Hall of Fame sniper, and basically this can play off ball and be a cone in the corner. It doesn't necessarily need the ball in its hands. So with an 81 3-ball, you're going to be able to spread the floor, especially at the 1 or 2. And then for pass, actually, we're going to get this to a 76. Don't go higher than a 78 or a 77, I believe, but really no reason because of the badge. Get your ball handle maxed out and your speed with ball maxed out to an 85 and a 73. This is going to give you the pro handles, 85, and then speed with ball, 73. You're going to get that Hall of Fame downhill. Again, offense initiator, you're going to have the ball in your hands a lot, so this high ball handle and this speed is going to be crucial. But you're big, so you're not going to be getting plucked on this build, especially if you're not the actual point guard. And then, so 23 playmaking badges with a 76. Actually, you get those silver bullets. I really like, you could silver this out on playmaking, and you also get the Hall of Fame downhill. So I really like this build as a playmaker as well. And then defensively, this is where this build really shines. You're going to get your interior defense to a 73, your perimeter defense to a 77. Do not go higher than that. You can actually drop that down, but we do want the silver clamps and silver menace on this badge. And then your steelies, you can actually get this higher than a 77. You can get this to an 84 to get that badge. Get your block to a 76. And then your defense rebounds, this is the kicker on this build. You're going to max out your defense rebounds and get your offense rebounds to a 77. This is a rebounder. This is an absolute dominatrix down low. And this is going to give you that takeover, that rebounding take. So defensively, this is a two-way offensive initiator, basically a two-way initiator with 28 defensive badges. You can guard down low in the interior. A lot of people punt interior defense when you're on a guard. Not me, because I don't want to be a liability if I have to, go inside and switch out, which is why I like to build bigger guards. And so, and then rebounding, if you are off ball, you can crash offensive glass with a 77 offensive rebound and, pluck some offensive rebounds for your team and give yourself another possession sometimes. And then defensive rebounds with an 86, you're going to be able to snatch with Silver Rebound Chaser amongst the bigs. So get your ass down there and, help out on the block and don't leak out. That's not what we do here. And then we're going to max out your speed and acceleration. And then you're going to keep your strength at a 48, but we're going to get the vertical to an 80. That's what I like on my builds. And then stamina, max that out to an 80. So there you go, 25 finishing, 24 shooting, 23 playmaking, and then 28 defense. If you have rebirth and you get the +4 from college, you can allocate even more badges to this. You can go 1 on shooting, 2 on playmaking, and then 1 on defense. It'd be 25, 25, 25, 29. That could be a pretty hot little number right there. But going to Takeover, this is where this build is pretty crazy. You get shot creating, shooting, glass, and Takeover. Like, that's rebounding take is going to be crazy on this build. That's what I'm putting on mine. But you also get post scoring. So I like going box out wall and then advanced post moves. Like, have you ever seen an offense initiator be able to basically be a post scoring glass cleaner that sets up the offense as a guard, as a big dog? I haven't. That's why I'm bringing y'all this Joe Johnson offense initiator. Again, similar to like Brandon Roy or even a Kobe Bryant. If you have the ball in your hands on this build, you can score, you can ISO, you can play off ball. It's a great, well-rounded build, and I love this name, the offense initiator. But it's not a liability at all on defense. I think I even had a version where I could get defensive take, like extreme clamps and whatnot. But this rebounding take on offense initiator, I just don't know how you match up against this thing, especially at the rec. What can it do? It can basically do everything. And just like Joe Johnson, my favorite player, this is one of my favorite builds that I've seen on 2K22 Next Gen. So if you like this build, let me know down in the comments. And if you guys have any requests or anything, let me know. Quest Sparrow.